All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Darson Chauskas, and I'm a chief market analyst here at Markets.com. And today is Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, 21st of August of 2025. Look, I wanted to quickly record a little Forex update. Haven't done those for a while, apart from my webinars, which you can always join in every morning, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, yeah, look. The dollar index. Let's start off with that one. So recently, we saw the dollar kind of finding support near the 97.42 territory, kind of creating a nice little higher low here. But as we can see, it's still struggling with the higher high. Now, we're in this little pause, and I think that it's quite logical because today the Jackson Hole symposium kicks off, but Jerome Powell is expected to give a speech tomorrow. Now, this is, like I said, this is what the market is waiting for. I think that the DXY traders are also kind of in this little limbo moment that they're waiting for the kind of the speech to see if there's going to be anything interesting that that could shift or that could shift the market. I think that the majority of, of traders are kind of really interested not in the speech itself, but probably the reaction that we're going to get to the speech, because again, everybody wants a little bit of volatility, which we understand it can sometimes go in your favor, but sometimes it can go against you. So I always encourage you to kind of manage your risk accordingly. Now, look, for now, looking at this picture here, this is a daily chart in DXY. So we're currently resting near the 50-day EMA here, shown as the green line. So we're basically even slightly below it. So yeah, so that could indicate a bearish indication. That could show a bearish indication. Of course, we're not rushing into anything. If suddenly this pops above the 50-day EMA and stays above it, then yes, the next target again could be the 100-day EMA. So we could draw this upside line right here, and in a way we can stick to it. We know that the US dollar has declined significantly, and this is measuring kind of this drop here, that from where we opened this year and all the way to this low. So at this point, at one point, we did drop around 11 kind of 0.3%. Now we're just kind of are just less than 10% in negative territory. So we did recover a little bit. Now look, for now, I would say this way. Let me just grab this one here. So for now, I would say this way. I'm not rushing into things. I am waiting for the speech, because again, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen there, because I said it in my previous webinars that. In a way, if he's gonna just say that yes, they were gonna go for a cut, I think that that's it's already a given. We know that the CME Fed Watch tool is kind of giving us already that indication. And let me just refresh the page to see how much was the probability right now. 81% for a September cut. Now the interesting bit comes in if he says that, you know what, I think that inflation is getting out of hand, and we need to kind of pause with the cuts. And this way, the DXY here could rally. I think that we could see that nice pop here towards the 100-day EMA, or maybe even a little bit higher. Let's see. Again, given the hype around this symposium, the hype around his speech, I think that yes, like I said, I think that could be an interesting market reaction. Again, if he suddenly says that uh, they're not really willing to go for a cut in September. Now, let's see, of course. This leads me to other pairs very quickly here that I want to pick up on, and that's AUD USD. Now, this one is at a very interesting spot right now. So we are near key support, near the 0.6418 zone here. If we can clear this and we stay below it, I will go towards the downside. I'll aim for these levels right here, or should I say the areas around these levels. But again, like I said, we are at a very interesting spot right now. So let's keep an eye on that one. Also, NZD USD. So, of course, we know that this week we got the um, We got the RBNZ interest rate decision where the bank decided to cut rates by 25 basis points. And that led to a sell-off in a New Zealand dollar. And there we go. Despite the US dollar not being the strongest one right now, still it had a this is the effect that we had here. And basically it's not that the DXY got stronger. No, it's just that NZD became very weak and cleared one of the key support zones around the 0.5846 zone. So in a way, my next target, if we continue to trade below this hurdle, my next target is somewhere around here. I'm not going to rush into, let's say, major levels here or anything like that, but or let's say aiming for much lower. No, I'm going to go slowly on this one, and first I'm going to aim for this little hurdle right there. Let's jump into USD JPY very quickly. So again, the same story. We're waiting for the speech, and waiting for this one to kind of make a move, but because at the moment we're getting more squeezed. And in general, I would say I'm leaning towards the downside on this one because, yes, we are on a little upside line here, but if we judge this little pattern here, this looks like a bearish flag with a strong pull to the downside and like kind of a nice gradual shift here sideways. So in a way, looking at this picture, it looks a little bit more bearish than bullish. But again, confirmation break through the this upside line through the 50 and the 100-day EMAs is needed. USD CAD. Now USD CAD is at a very interesting spot here as well because look, Canadian inflation came out this week. Let me just double check this very quickly. So it came out on the lower side a little bit. The headline inflation came out at 1.7. The year-on-year one, the core, came out at 2.6. There we go. So not in a very favorable moment. Not a very favorable moment here for the Canadian dollar. So yes, we're now flirting with a 200-day EMA. So if we can clear and stay above it, then yes, I'll go further north. Let's quickly jump into Euro USD. Yes, Euro USD here is at an interesting spot, and again, also waiting for that kind of catalyst here. So look, in general, we are still below this little short-term downside line, but if it gets broken, then yes, it could open the door to some higher levels. And finally, GBP USD. Yep, we're resting on this 50-day EMA. Look, I talked about this recently in one of my videos here on TradingView, and I talked about GBP USD already, and basically that's what I said, that we are watching this possible inverted head and shoulders pattern here. Left shoulder here, head, maybe right shoulder. Look, we're currently resting on the 50-day EMA, so if we can rebound and push higher, yes, great. But still, the better option here is to wait for a clearance on that so-called neckline near the 1.3585 zone right here. If we can clear that, my next target is the 1.37, 1.38 zone, or maybe even higher than that. Let's see how this is going to play out, of course. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching, listening. As always, please do not hesitate to subscribe and like this video. I hope you like this video. As always, I keep on saying, stay safe, have your stop losses in place, risk only what you can afford to lose, don't overtrade, and everything will be fine. And I'll see you in my next video update. Bye for now.